Good morning, my lovelies. We're gonna start on a project super early, and I mean like 6 in the morning, because throughout the day it gets up to 108 degrees here in Texas. So we will be lifting my CRV, and gotta stay hydrated, of course. Keep cool. Wear like a cool towel. Anyway, you know the drill here in Texas. So I will put a list here of what I'm going to be putting on the front and the rear, because I don't want to mumble. Anyway, please stick around because I have a surprise towards the end. Well, I would hope you love it because I love it. It was a big decision that I made. So let's get to it, guys. Right here in this area, I am putting in the brake pad, and I will be pushing in the caliper piston, so that way the brake pad can go in. Alright, they're both in. I gotta take this off in this tray in order to get to the 8-arm bolts on each side. Yay! Well, I ended up having to take off the fuse panel because I gotta get to these. Painting with Jessica. Just kidding. I couldn't film this part, but this thing would not come out.
able to loosen this bolt, which is a 19, with a breaker bar, and I had to step on it. Alright, right here I am taking off a mount that is holding the lower control arm in place, so we'll loosen the bolts from here. Oh Lord. Let's attempt this. Oh, thank the Lord, I got it. Alright, we're lifting it with another jack because I can't get to it. Get your cotter pins. You know, I say that, but one of these Moog parts, I forget which one it was, didn't come with, oh, it was my original A-arm. It didn't have anything to put in there. It's really weird. Finally, we get rain in Texas. We're just gonna loosen these so I can start at the bottom. Alright, this is my rear original. We're gonna be changing out the upper control arms, the brake line, the coilovers, of course, and then the lowers. Loosen the bottom of the coil. Since it's already loose up top. Excuse my neighbor mowing the yard. Now we have to mow. Next I'm doing the upper control arms. The bucket underneath this drum because this is really heavy. So I'm gonna also put this new one in once I'm done with taking it out. And it looks like it's 214s. Rear sway bar link is attached to the lower control arm. Okay, well, that didn't work to plan. We tried to pry it off right here to keep it from moving so we could actually take off the nut, and it popped off the boot. Thankfully this one, it was still rounded off. I think that's the original part, and I had a better grip on the interior of the part, and it was able to come off. Thankfully I'm replacing this whole arm, so this is trash anyway. All right, there is your old versus new. Look really pretty. Of course, when you're putting these in, don't tighten them too much because we still have to make adjustments. Nice and slow. Here's your old versus new. Well, I had to backtrack a little because I keep forgetting I'm lifting. So this can't be in there because it's so high, or low in this case. So now I had to lift this up and put the bolt back in. Alright, so on the other side, what's more frustrating is this broke off and this wouldn't come off, or this would come off, and now it's the opposite on the passenger side. But we might end up depleting that anyway. I got everything in on the passenger side. It was a lot easier, of course, because I was learning on the other side. So now, in order to get this bottom bolt in, we have to remove the trailing arm bolts underneath. And I think there's like one 10mm like adjustable like trailing arm like thing, whatever. But other than that, everything should be in and finished. And here's that 10mm I was talking to you guys about to take off. And then these are the other two 17mm, and it'll lower your trailing arm. Alright, once you remove your trailing arm bolts, there is a control arm that adjusts your toe, and it has a 14mm. I'm gonna take that off as well. Alright, so while we're in the rear, we're gonna be changing out the brake line. I already did the other side. There's like a 10 like open-ended, pretty cool tool, whatever, to be used. And we're gonna be changing it to steel braided brake lines. So that's exciting. And to show you, this is the other side, right behind the trailing arm. Guys, it's hot.